Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracy Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters-Herzog.
Hello there.
Hi, Noelle. We're on episode 65 of 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, and we're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 10. I have been watching this show, this episode, for the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm. It took me days.
I had to nap. I had to sleep. I had to take a sleep. I had to take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
I had to take a pill.
A pill.
I had to take some Advil.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of nothing.
When I was sitting on the couch watching it, people were running by with cups of water to give me. That's how long I was on the couch.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. Today I felt like it was never ending, this episode.
It really was. So before we start the episode, we started the 90-day Fiance Quarantined Edition.
Mm-hmm.
We started reviewing that and recapping that on our Patreon. And that's available on Patreon at Patreon, patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. You could join that. We have over 100 bonus episodes. You get all kinds of rewards, such as a free 90 Day Fiance magnet or a free Teen Mom sticker. Like, you could choose which one you want. That's at the super duper trash talker level. Also, you have the option to join the level where you could join our secret group.
Secret group is my favorite.
My favorite. So, guys, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Make sure you are joining the Patreon for our quarantine recaps. And also, guys, if you need more free content, listen to my other podcast, Only in New York. It is hilarious, hysterical, and you will never, ever, ever stop laughing if you listen
I was
to
just going to say, you'll never stop LOLing.
You won't. You just won't, even if you tried. Noelle, are you ready to dive into this episode together?
I'm about ready as I ever going to be. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's start off with David.
Okay.
Not a lot really happens with him this episode. I think that we were just as shocked as he was,
I was so hyped up for this, and it was very underwhelming.
Come on, Noelle. What did you think was going to happen?
Well, I didn't think Lana would answer the door, but I thought it would just be a little more dramatic. I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely not dramatic at all. So he approaches the door.
Right.
And in the last episode, we see the door is open, but we don't see who's behind it.
Right.
And an older man answers the door.
In athletic wear.
Or as I like to call it, athleisure wear.
Uh-huh.
And he doesn't know Lana.
Right.
He's like, listen, Lana has been my girl for 7 years. And this guy goes, oh, okay, so you're an American that came here to meet a Russian woman?
No way.
He's like, LOL. He goes, I've lived here since 1995.
And there's nobody like her in this building.
He's like, trust me, there are no mail order brides here, my friend.
Right.
There are no catfishes here. So David is shocked.
David looks faint.
That she gave the wrong address.
Yes.
And this guy knows all about the scams.
I know. Apparently, this is like a real thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's very real.
I didn't know
Very,
it was like that real. I just thought it was like kind of common, but it seems that everyone that this guy encounters knows about these scams.
Yeah, they're like, here he is.
Right. And he's like the man is basically like, I like him. I feel bad for him. But American men shouldn't try to meet these women on the internet.
Yeah, he's like typical,
right.
Stupid American. Here we go. So he said that the up and down is too much. But is he really done?
And whenever anyone on the show says they're done, I never believe them.
I never believe it either. Also, I have more notes on this, but I don't know who
Tell me, I'll help you.
Under. I don't know. I wrote it under someone else's name, apparently.
Oh, I've done that too. Actually, the first half watching this, I lost my notes and I had to rewatch it.
Oh my God, stop it. Oh, here, I found them right now. So he said that so he's going back to Odessa without Lana.
Right.
And this is a quote. He said, I really, really thought she would be there.
Did you though? Did you though?
And then he says, what signs was I ignoring?
All of them. Every single sign.
Should we list them?
Yeah. Okay.
Number 1, surgery.
Okay. Number 2, brother's death.
Okay. Number 3, you can only talk to her through this app that you have to pay for.
Number 4, you never agreed on a restaurant on the app.
Number 5, you've been doing this for 7 years and this is your 3rd time in Russia and she's never met up with you.
I think that's the biggest red flag of them all. No?
I mean, aren't they all the biggest?
I mean, all right. The next one, all of her pictures are her glamour shots.
All of her pictures, she's like posing in a bikini by a bush.
Yeah. Seriously, it looks like my wedding pictures.
Oh, Noelle. So yeah, David is doing that. So he also said that his life revolved around their future. So he doesn't even know what he's going to do when he gets home.
You know, it's sad that like you really invested every single thing in your life into this woman that I feel like you knew wasn't real. You had to have known a little something in you.
I hope that he knew, but I just feel like maybe not.
He also thinks that we don't know he has a toupee.
Okay, well, guess what, Noelle? You just found out.
I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes, though.
I know, but now it's like you're really like flaunting it. You're like, I knew he doesn't have real hair.
It's so funny because like I look at it, I'm like, it doesn't even blow in the wind. Like this is not real.
He would look better with no hair.
He should. I'm dying to know what it looks like and what color it is. Probably just gray.
I mean, it's no hair. It's nothing. It's clear. It's bald.
You think that he has 0 hair? Do you have to have no hair to wear a toupee? I don't know.
No, but I'm sure he has none.
Oh, interesting. Oh my God. He's like
a
bald-headed Lena. Bald-headed Lena. Has anybody seen her? Remember that?
No.
She's got a cute bald head, hard as lead, but she's all right with me. My dad used to sing that to me.
Okay. Sing that from the top right now.
Okay. Bald-headed Lena, has anybody seen her? Cute as she could be. She's got a cute bald head, hard as lead, but she's all right with me.
Wow.
This is why I'm fucked up.
Oh, Noelle. I hope no one negatively reviews the podcast because of that.
Sorry for my singing skills.
Please leave us a 5-star rating and an amazing review. Noelle just sang you a song from her childhood.
I didn't. I don't even do shit like that.
Oh my God. So this guy, David, has no clue what he's going to do with his life. And I have a suggestion. I think he should start playing my favorite new game. And actually the only game that I even play on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Best Fiends. Noelle, you downloaded it. I downloaded it. What level are you on?
I'm on level 54.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot, especially like lately. I've been a little anxious and I can't sleep. And I find that it's such a great distraction. I really like to play it.
It is. Okay, so I'm on level 25.
Okay.
Are you proud of me, though? Because like I don't even really play games.
It's funny. You never really play video games, so you must really like this game.
I like it because it's simple. So it's made for adults, but it is simple enough for a kid to play. It's like a matching game.
I also like it because you don't need to have your Wi-Fi.
I know. I just realized that because my internet went out and I was still playing the game. And I was like, how is this? Because I didn't have it like connected at all. This was amazing.
Yeah, that's the best.
I was having a good time. So I play, to be honest with you, I mean, should I admit this? I play this when I'm in the bathtub a lot.
Okay. I mean, very interesting place to play. I'm very afraid of dropping my phone, but okay.
Okay, so what I do is I put my hand outside of the bathtub. Like I lean over the edge. So if I drop it, it's just on the rug in the bath.
Smart.
Thank you. You're welcome. But no, it's really cool though. I love, so like the players that you have, they're bugs.
Right. It's bugs and slugs.
Bugs and slugs, and then you're trying to defeat the slugs. It's a really cute story. It gets updated all the time. I absolutely love playing it. It's a free download, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really fun. You can engage your brain with fun puzzles and collect tons of cute characters. With over 100 million downloads, this 5-star rated mobile puzzle game is a must play. Download Best Fiends free on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. So it's Best Fiends.
Best Fiends.
Yeah, man.
I
Speaking
do.
of
I
fiends.
love that game. All right. Speaking of fiends, let's go.
Speaking of bugs and slugs, let's talk about Rosemary and Ed. Rosemary,
Okay.
sorry, not Rosemary.
Rosemary. Well, now it's just Rose. She's the artist formerly known as Rosemary.
So she is going to go on this vacation with Ed. So she mouth kisses Prince goodbye.
Right. Which is fine. I just feel bad for the kid. Like, why wouldn't they take him?
Because he wants a romantic getaway with his queen and his king.
It's because he wants nothing to do with this kid, unfortunately.
Yes. So he wants alone time. So he did not confront Maria about the money. So Maria is Rose's sister.
Right.
And he was going to confront her, but he decided not to. And now they're flying to vacation.
And it's going to be her first time flying.
Okay, but let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So they're staying in this house that doesn't have a ceiling or walls, right?
Right.
But in one night, with no Wi-Fi, he's booked an entire vacation with a plane?
Girl, I thought the same thing. And I'm like, how much did he pay for these tickets and where did he order them?
Like, you're going to tell me they have no ceiling, but they have Wi-Fi.
Well, they must have some kind of Wi-Fi if she was talking to him. I don't know.
I guess?
There's something weird about it. I thought the same thing because also if you're booking it the day of, it's probably costs a fortune. Like you had to have booked that. Right.
But they're going to the island of Palawan. And he's trying to teach her how to pop her jaw on the plane. He talks to her like she doesn't know how to walk.
Yeah, he wants he picks this girl who's like 30 years younger than him. He wants like a dumb servant girl. That's literally what he wants.
He's like, have you ever seen a fork before?
Yeah, it's gross. He's got like this air of arrogance. Like, oh, look at what I'm showing her. Look what I'm doing for her. I hate it.
He thinks he's the Aladdin to her Jasmine.
Yes.
A whole
good
new
one.
world.
Good one.
Thank you so much. And also, like, she has a child. She's like, I am a mother of a child.
Right.
Like, I have survived this far.
And look at where she survived. She's a lot tougher than he is.
Seriously. So Ed got her some surprises. And they're in the hotel room. And he's like, here you go. This is your first surprise. This is a bikini.
And she's like,
okay. I've gone swimming before.
Right.
I've actually gone swimming. We have, did you see the shower? There's a whole,
we have puddles. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man. And then he gets her a purple teddy. And so Noelle, Teddy is your favorite name in the world.
Ever.
Sometimes you call me Teddy, which is a little bit disturbing. When he said to her, when he threw her the purple teddy, and then he said, this is a teddy and my dog is Teddy.
Yeah, gross. What does that have to do with the other one? What do they have to do with each other? I like to dress my teddy up in teddies. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know what's going on. So he said that they only made love once.
Right.
And honestly, he should give her some money because that's disgusting.
Ugh.
Now, he's in his underwear filming. In his little baby underwear. Okay?
His little black briefs.
And he goes, okay, I got you another present. It's because you're gross. Okay. This is mouthwash. It helps you wash your mouth. And this is a toothbrush. And she's like, And he goes, this is a quote, your breath is not pretty.
I hate him so much.
So
like it's like he lives to embarrass her.
Yeah, but he's just worried about her health. That's why you do that on camera.
No, he does all of this in a selfish way. If he cared about her, exactly, he wouldn't do it on camera. What are you doing to this poor girl?
So she said it's from the ulcers in her stomach.
Totally valid.
Valid, but also like, oh my God, go to the doctor for the ulcers in your stomach. This is scaring me, Rose.
I know. It's sad. I feel bad for her, and I feel that she's so embarrassed. You could tell. I felt so bad for her.
Well, she said, and this is a quote, I want to give a punch to Ed.
I don't blame her.
He says, I love you. And she says back to him in Tagalog, You're ugly. And he goes, does that mean I love you?
I hope it means I love you. What a moron.
Then he's talking to the camera and he's like, she has really bad breath. He goes, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, okay. But it's like, he noticed it from the airport, like the minute he met her.
Okay, good. Then go home.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Then why you still banged her? It didn't stop you from having sex with her though, right? Mm-hmm.
He wanted a kiss, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
He won't stop kissing her. It can't be that bad.
Well, now they're going to be going on a boat. They're going to a very small island to see these very cute monkeys.
Oh, it was so cute. I was like, Tracy and I would love this island.
I would love that island. I hope a monkey jumps right into my arms and wants to hug me and kiss me in the face.
Me too. I will make out with one of those monkeys.
Oh my God, I loved it. So they go on the jungle trails, and he has like these bags sticking, like almost like the bags that you put produce in the grocery store.
Yeah, I thought they looked like the poopy bags I carry to when I walk my
sort of.
dogs. Yep.
And I think they set him up.
I think
why
so
were
too.
Why were those sticking out of his backpack?
Yeah, for no reason.
With bananas in them? Come on. Ed just carries bananas.
Right.
To Monkey
But also, why
Island?
is he freaking out? You went to an island full of monkeys. You knew where you were going. It's not like you went to Shark Island and met a monkey. Like, you knew where you were going, you know?
Oh my God, that sounds like so much fun though. So the monkey robs him for his banana. I mean, honestly, how stereotypical was that?
I know. It was so lame.
So there's 10 to 15 monkeys, and he's so upset that the monkey stole his banana, and Rose thinks this is so funny.
Yeah, I love her. She finds humor in all of this. Like me, I feel like I would be irritated by him, and she doesn't get irritated. She's just like, look at this idiot. Ha, ha, ha.
Well, she's like, at the end of the day, he's going to look dumber than I do.
Yeah, I mean, I just think she's a good sport. I like her. I
Yes.
think she's a nice person.
Well, Ed says, I don't like the monkeys anymore. And he wants to go back to the hotel because he got a romantic table by the pool.
Gross.
The most romantic table in the whole resort is by the pool?
I guess. I don't know. He's so gross. He's so skeevy.
With some guys swimming in the pool?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like little kids jumping in, splashing you.
No. So it's so funny because her breath is so bad, and yet he wants to have a romantic dinner. So that's cool. She's so happy that she's there, and she hopes that he proposes.
Interesting.
And now Ed tells her at the beginning of their dinner that he's not 100% sure about being with her or being in a relationship with her.
See, here's the thing. He keeps saying all of these asshole comments to her. And I feel like, why does he just constantly make her feel terrible? Why do you have to say that to someone? Because say she was out for his money. Do you think she's going to be like, oh, you're right. You know, you're right. Like, I just want your money. Right.
So she says, he goes, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll tell you why later. So just order some food and, you know, just be disgusting like you are. And we'll just, we'll talk about what's wrong with you later.
That's like when I fight with Matt and he's at work and he's like, we'll talk about it when I get home. And I'm like, fuck you.
Nope.
We'll talk about it. We're talking about it right now, this second.
Right now, you brought it up.
No, you think I'm going to wait?
Why did you start fighting with me while you were at work if you weren't ready to finish the fight?
But that's what I mean. Then wait until after we order the food to tell me you're not 100% about me.
Right. So he said that he's going to tell her after dinner. And he wants to ask her about the money that her sister asked him for. And she's like, no, you're going to tell me right now. And he's like, okay, well, if you want to know now, you know, your sister asked me for money.
Right.
And she's like, oh, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah. The end. She was just no, I didn't
know. Whether
know.
she knows or not, what are you going to say? Oh, I knew. Actually, that was me that I told my sister to ask you that.
Well, that's the thing. What did he expect? I don't understand. Wouldn't you just rather be like a silent observer? I would want to be around her family and see the way they act towards me. Are they going to ask me to buy them food, to do things for them? Yep. Like, you don't just ask. What an idiot.
So she's like, oh my God, I'm so hurt.
She's like, she's hurt. She's sad. She's probably just done with him. Like, why does this guy make me feel like shit?
So she said that she's going to confront her sister. And Ed, you know what he should confront? He should confront the front desk or the gift shop for some sunscreen.
Oh, it was funny.
So they're going to talk to the sister together. And he's like, and also, I have a big secret to tell her.
Ugh.
She wants more kids, but I want a vasectomy.
Isn't that something you should discuss, like, way in the beginning?
On the phone?
Yeah.
Like online when you talk to her all the time?
Yeah, because she could have just told you a long time ago, like, I want to have kids. And you could be like, okay, she's not the one for me because she shouldn't have to sacrifice having kids for your no-neck ass.
Oh, wow. Noelle, tell me how you really feel. Also, there were a lot of alleged complaints about Ed sexually assaulting some women.
Stop it.
Yeah, they're posted in our group. If you guys want to see these girls come out, you can go to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk podcast on Facebook in our group, and you get all the dirt.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of very stressful situations in this, and
Yes.
I think that everyone in this situation will benefit from counseling. And if Rose has some Wi-Fi in her house, which she seems to have because Ed did book an entire trip apparently from her house,
Yes.
she can use BetterHelp online counseling just like you and I do. Because she could talk about what interferes with her happiness, and right now that's Ed is interfering with her happiness. The guy that she thought was going to make her happy is actually interfering
And
with her happiness.
she could just text. She doesn't even have to talk on the phone.
She could text if her father's sleeping in bed with her, or she could have video chat sessions. She could do whatever she feels comfortable with. And best of all, it's worldwide. So she can do it from any country that she's in, no matter what trip she's on with Ed, no matter where she is. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. This is not self-help. This is professional counseling. You can send a message to your counselor at any time. You get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you do your weekly sessions with video or phone, you know? It's great. All without having to sit in a waiting room.
Right. You don't even have to leave your house. You could do it right from your room.
Right from your room or right from your car or wherever you are.
Yep.
I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you will get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/fiance. Join over 800,000 people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
Awesome. You have a great voice.
Thank you so much. I am a classically trained actress, singer, and dancer.
You are a triple threat.
That's right. Thank you. I'm gonna EGOT.
All right. I don't know what that
means?
means. No, I just said it.
I'm gonna get. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna get an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Honestly, Tracy, I believe you.
Thank you.
You're one of those people, like, you set your mind to something, like it's yours. Like Alec
Thank
Baldwin
you.
will be yours one day.
One day, I'll be the last face he ever sees.
What?
Oh, God,
Okay.
that
That
sounded
was
like a threat.
terrifying. Wow.
I'm
Okay.
so sorry, Alec. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like maybe we'll live a very long life together.
Aw, cute.
Until
Good
we
save. Good one.
Speaking of good saves, this guy that we're going to talk about next definitely couldn't save anything if his life depended on it.
I would be home if I was Avery. I would just be home already.
Avery and Ash, they have 1 week left of their trip, and then they're going back to Melbourne.
Right. Melbourne.
Well, I mean, they get in a fight on how to say it.
I mean, what's wrong with it? And then he's like, say it the way you want to. It's like,
She's like
doesn't know
Melbourne, and he's like, actually, we call it Melbourne. And she's like, oh, so you don't pronounce the R? And he goes, say it however you want.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like he puts on like this facade, and then like the real him like is bubbling to come out.
Oh yeah, for sure. He got defensive when she asked him about his business, and he said that she's intimidated and threatened, and she doesn't trust him.
Yeah, there's nothing to trust about him.
Okay, but also I will tell you this: there are a lot of women on this season that are intimidated and jealous and threatened.
Yes, I agree. But I don't
Avery
think
is
that
not
she
one
is.
of them.
Nope, neither do I. I think that she like knows her worth, and she's like, I don't know if I want this bullshit.
I know. So they're flying back to Melbourne. Oh God, I don't even want to. I'll just say it how I want to do it. He said it's really hard for a woman to deal with a man who works with single women. Who works with single women. So now his ex-wife, Sion, agreed to meet with them. This is his ex-wife. And she's like super excited. And he's giving these weird answers like, oh, I'm excited to see how the sun rises.
Yeah, he is the king deflector.
Oh my God. So now he has a 10 a.m. seminar. It's a
Right.
30-minute with a Q&A. And this is a seminar that he's going to give on finding Mr. Right to a bunch of single women.
And she's like, okay, so if there's any shadiness, like, I'm out. Let's
Right.
see how
So
he acts.
she thinks it's weird that only single women come to his seminars.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
And-
that's like his shtick.
Okay, but also, why would you think it's weird that single women come to a seminar called How to Find Mr. Right?
Right. You think that's what I mean. Do you think it's gonna
You
be
think
full
married
of guys?
women
Right.
or married women?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that she should ask questions, definitely.
I
Innocent.
love her clothing style. Side note, I think she's always
yeah, no,
dressed
she-
so cute.
She was, but her ponytail was like thrown together. Like,
I
didn't understand
know.
what was
It's like,
happening.
why did you do that with your hair when you have on these adorable outfits?
Right. So he looks very nervous before
Yeah,
this
he
seminar.
does. Honestly, I bet this was like his first seminar.
Okay, so he introduces himself to each person in the room before it
Mhm.
starts.
Yeah, he shook
Ash.
hands with everyone.
Ash.
Mhm.
Ash.
Ash.
Okay, great. I have never seen a worse public speaker than him
Tracy, it's
ever.
bad. Like, I was so uncomfortable watching this. I did not like watching this.
He was using words that weren't real.
Nothing he was saying was real. Everything was just sexist and put together.
7 women showed up to this conference.
I know, there was nobody there.
And he's like, hello, my name is Ash. I'm putting together this conference. It's called Finding Mr. Right, a.k.a. How to Find a Man and Not Kill Him. Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, everybody's there like, cool, great.
Yeah, it's like it was very hard for him to explain how to find Mr. Right to all these women because women are so dumb.
Well, that's the thing. Women are dumb. They should just be at home making sandwiches and popping out kids.
Well, they have their lady brains, and it just it's like even this, like watching this episode, I was like, I have to watch the episode and write notes. Like, how am I going to do that? Like, I have such little power in my lady brain.
Well, especially because, in my lady brain, it's so emotional and irrational.
Oh, well, that is true about a lady brain.
Yes.
So the one girl in the audience says that he's out of his depth.
You think? That was a nice way to say it.
He was like, men are logical. Then he's like, and women are emotional. And then they ask him questions and he pretends to read something on his phone and then excuses himself. Like almost like, oh, I have an emergency. I'm a doctor.
Yeah,
I have to go
honestly,
tell-
that's what I would have done.
But then he comes back. So
I
Avery follows him
know.
out. Now he comes back and he's like, you know what? I'm going to change the topic because you guys were asking me too many questions
Right.
about lady brains. So I'm going to talk about love language. Women are emotional and men are the best.
It's like he just went right back to the same thing. And Avery is sitting there like, what the hell? She wants to like melt into her seat.
He takes off his jacket and Avery is literally just sitting there shaking her head.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yes.
can't believe this. And this one girl in the middle of him talking just goes, no.
That would be you.
So he said the one girl was like, because he was saying that you can't have a masculine energy and then like attract a man with masculine energy.
I don't think
And
that's
the woman's like,
true.
and this one girl's like, well, I actually feel like I'm balanced and I attracted someone who is balanced and I had a passionate relationship. And he goes, no, that was in your
No.
head.
Mm-hmm. Like, he's nuts.
And she's like, well, no, it wasn't in my head. And he goes, listen, lady brain. I'm sorry. He's like, why am I even talking to these women? Women can understand speaking. He said, and this is a quote, it's very hard to understand. And Avery was disturbed. She even said it. She's like, I was disturbed. Now,
Yeah.
the funniest thing is Avery thinks that she's going to go to the seminar with all these women hanging all over him. And in real life,
They were all repulsed.
you couldn't have paid them to go on a date with this guy. They were like, get away from me. Don't even shake my hand. Don't say goodbye to me. And don't look me in the face.
I bet she felt so relieved afterwards,
You-
though. Yep.
Well, he said that the women just didn't understand him.
Well, I mean, first of all, he doesn't use like words that make sense.
Well, it's just because no, it's not that I don't use words that make sense. It's that you're stupid.
Well, that's what it is too.
That's-
Women are stupid. Right.
And he said, she's like, why would you say that women have to have this feminine energy and men have to have masculine energy? And this is a quote. He goes, I should have said dominance. And she's like,
no.
No, you're still wrong. She's correcting him. And he said that she's patronizing him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get that exactly what she was saying, but I think that maybe he felt down already and like that she was like attacking him at that time.
Okay. But you know what, though?
What?
I hear you, Avery. Like, this guy is stupid.
Well, the thing is, he's the type of guy that like if you give him any sort of criticism, he shuts down and gets defensive.
So now he starts talking about women having hormones.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
she's
love
like,
it.
get away from me. He gets super defensive and he's like, I wasn't wrong. And he's like, listen, I told you yesterday, dolphins ocean. And I was totally clear about that. And she's like, you are never clear. I don't know what you're saying ever. You've never spoken clearly to me ever, ever, ever. And he's like, I'm done. And he storms off like he's going to leave. And then the production crew's like, hey, like, you're in the same car, right?
And the thing is, like, she's like chasing him too. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, because she's in the middle of Australia and that's her ride.
I don't know. I just feel like she, in some ways, like I don't think that she's like self-conscious, nothing like that. But I think that she knows that he's full of shit, but she like still questions, is it her?
Yeah, I think that's a very common thing to do. And also,
yeah,
she puts so much on the line for this and she doesn't want to be embarrassed by it not working out. I think that's also
but
thing.
you know what? I don't think that you need to stay with someone just because you put so much on the line either.
I don't think do they end up together?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I
Oh,
haven't
God.
looked.
I really hope not. Okay, so
I
they
think
have
so,
matching
though.
Oh God, they have
Yeah.
matching outfits on.
Oh, they do. I know, the gray. I really liked her sweater. I can't imagine breathing in that, but I really liked her sweater.
Oh my God, I love it. So we're gonna talk about Darcy.
I feel like
Okay,
this
so-
is just a waste. Like, not.
right,
I don't mean
so-
on the podcast. I mean on the show.
Sure. So now Darcy's unpacking, and her whole bedroom is that typical, like, quote unquote, glam decor.
I know.
Like, it's like so cheesy. It's, she has that bottle of Chanel 5 print that she's going to hang on her wall. And
These
she has
are-
like mirrored.
As soon as I saw that, I thought of you too. That print, but it's like when I was looking for furniture, they were like all over the Bronx, these warehouses, and they were all had that type of look, and it's like, oh, it's so terrible. It's so tacky.
It's very tacky. So she said that she still hasn't blocked. It's been 2 hours. So I hope
yeah,
you
of
still
course
haven't
you still
blocked.
haven't blocked. You're still wearing the same underwear.
You haven't even unpacked. Meanwhile, back in New York City, Tom is taking a quote unquote Uber to Connecticut. And now I will clarify this after we talk about this because I have a statement that someone wanted to share with us.
Okay.
Okay, so he wrote her a letter and he said that he feels very, very torn and he wants to tell her how he really feels about her. So basically, he wants to look like the good guy.
Right. He wants to go there and be a Prince Charming. And listen, he knows what he's doing. He knows that she's upset. He knows that he's going to go there and he'll try to look great. And she's going to be like, get the fuck out of my face. And then it's like,
Right.
oh, look at Darcy attacking me. I was just trying to tell her I love her.
Yep.
Yep.
So he said that Connecticut is very country. He was surprised that she doesn't live like in like downtown Manhattan, I guess. And he said that he has a lot of regrets and this is a quote, walking into the lion's den and hopefully the lion has been fed.
Shut up, Tom.
What does that even mean, Tom?
I don't know. It's him making himself the victim.
Darcy definitely needs some landscaping on the house.
Darcy needs the landscaping on herself and she needs to stop filling herself with things.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is true. So now the door opens and Stacy answers the door. And he said that he came to apologize and she doesn't want to see him.
No, Stacy just giggles. Like, are you for real right now?
So Darcy comes down. But now what's going on with Darcy? So her head is like bobbing.
Uh-huh.
And she's looking very manic.
Well, I think she is manic. And I think it was like, it's a lot of up and downs for her. I think she's probably like crying all day. She's so exhausted from all of this. And now the guy shows up at your house.
Right. Well, he has a letter and he passes her a note. He
Gross.
passes her and he's like, take it. And then she whispers, I'd rather not know.
But couldn't he just like snail mail it? You know, just send it.
Seriously. So now he's really mad that he wasted his time and he leaves it on her windshield. And then he goes, same old Darcy.
Mm-hmm. You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. It made me so angry.
Yep, 100% playing the victim, saying that she was out of line. She could have accepted his apology. And then all of a sudden he's like, well, I'm glad that I found happiness with Shannon and I'm in love with Shannon.
Okay, so there was an episode of Catfish. This guy had a girlfriend, and it was like, oh, I don't know about my girlfriend. I'm really in love with this catfish. And then he meets the catfish. It was a catfish. Then he's like, oh, so in love with my girlfriend.
Yep, that happened.
Oh, now
a few times,
you
actually.
love her. Uh-huh.
Yep, now you love Shannon. Also, is Shannon real, or is that a woman that posed in a picture with you so that when Darcy rejected you after you... Like I think he thought that was going to gain some control over Darcy, putting another woman over her head.
Mm-hmm.
And now it backfired. And he's like, oh, I love Shannon anyway. And then he says about Darcy, when she wakes up as a 55-year-old woman alone, she only has herself to blame.
Oh, it was so mean. It was just such a low blow because I think that he's playing on her fears. He knows that like she fears that.
Okay, but also he was like, listen, I just wanted to apologize to her because I love her.
But
And then
he loves Shannon.
But now he turns his tune and now he's mean to Darcy again. So now Stacy's back in the house yelling that he two-timed her. I think Stacy's enjoying every minute of this.
No, honestly, after seeing, I know you said that last week, and after seeing the way that Stacy reacted when Tom left, I absolutely agree with you.
She goes out to rip the letter up and throws it in the trash. But also Stacy's like, every time Darcy like stops crying, she's like, hey, remember he cheated on you?
Right. Remember Jesse?
He never loved you. Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't we say Jesse one time this episode?
I couldn't believe it, but I did see her nipple get blurred out.
Yes. Or they blurred out a part of her boob to make us think she has nipples.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she has nipples.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So an anonymous source has sent me some information.
Ooh, tell me.
Noelle, this is pretty big.
Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm excited.
So let's call her Candy.
Okay. Yummy.
Okay. So Candy says, okay, so here's my take on what really happened with Tom and Darcy on this episode. First of all, that was my voice when Tom entered the car in New York City. I was given the task of driving him 3.5 hours to give Darcy that letter. I am a native New Yorker, so that was the longest I've ever driven straight. With talent and an effing camera crew. It was so stressful. I had to avoid potholes and stuff because they wanted to interview him on the way there. Anyway, I was so annoyed, to be honest. I had spent time with Darcy and knew she really didn't want to have anything to do with Tom anymore. So for them to set her up like that at her actual home was really effed up to me. She had just had a really, really bad week with Tom on top of some other personal stuff. So I was like, why are these producers setting up a mental breakdown for this woman? So mean, in my opinion. So we drove for hours to get there for this to be only a 2-minute segment. Darcy's original response was actually welcoming. She was like, oh, wow, what are you doing here? And then her producer made her do it again. They reminded her how rude Tom was to her. So she did it again. And that's what we saw tonight. Still wasn't as bad as I thought it should have been, but it was a literal S show. I had the pleasure. Hold on, wait 1 second. I lost my place. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. I had the pleasure of driving Tom back and trying to make weird small talk alone with him. He isn't a terrible guy. He just let the fame get to him, and he had love for Darcy, but just couldn't give her what she needed. It's so crazy how they twist and manipulate situations with real people. Another reason why I don't think that I could work on reality TV. Hold on. Now I got it's so many screenshots. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Just piecing it together.
She doesn't think she could work on reality TV.
Yes, I know. I'm just looking for this place. So she said, Yeah. Oh, that's all. And then it says scripted show me, please. So she doesn't want to work on reality TV anymore.
Yeah, you know what? She probably felt really bad for Darcy. That's sad.
Yep. Very,
You know what?
very,
I
very sad.
believe that about him letting the fame get to his head.
Oh, for sure. Because, I mean, we spent a little bit of time with him at a party. And
he had
was
an air of arrogance.
Oh, for sure. He knew that he was better than us.
Yeah, it was kind of gross. I felt like he was looking down on us a little bit.
Well, because we have the stupid lady brains. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I forgot, irrational, crazy, stupid. Okay.
We were probably just being hormonal.
I mean, that's probably what it was. I can't wait to meet Ash one day.
Speaking of hormonal, let's talk about Stephanie and Erica.
Oh, yeah. All right. You know what? It wasn't so bad.
So Stephanie gets in a cab and she goes to the botanical gardens to meet Erica because they are going to talk. How many times in one trip do you have to meet for a makeup talk?
Right. You don't even live in Australia. The girl you're staying with doesn't even want to stay with you. You have to Uber.
You stay
to
alone.
Her.
You stay alone every single night. Okay, great. So Stephanie's reflecting on their huge fight, and Erica says hi, and Stephanie ignores her.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's talking about how there might be snakes at the botanical gardens. So just to get this clear.
Okay.
She wears sneakers with a dress to go out. And then to go to the botanical gardens, she wears high heel wedges.
First of all, usually I think she's like cute. Her whole outfit, I was not into it. It was not flattering at all. This is the first time I think Erica looked cute in pink overalls. That was super cute.
I like that. Stephanie's outfit, I definitely wore. I was in 7th grade and it was Easter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what are you doing? I'm not here for it.
Stephanie's very stuck in the 90s, though.
She is stuck in the 90s, and I like a little bit 90s contempo casuals, but that just wasn't for me.
Well, Erica is tired of the BS, so Stephanie apologizes. But Erica also says, I was surprised that you left the party.
But what did she expect? Did you want her to stay there and fight with you? No, let her leave.
We were talking bad about her in the kitchen.
All of your friends there were too. You know how uncomfortable Stephanie must have felt? Like everyone there hated her.
She did act the worst, though.
Oh, no. I don't like her. I'm just saying if I was her, I would have been out too. No way would I have stayed.
No way. So Erica's like, listen, you found out zero new information when you got here.
Right. That's
so what is the problem, right? And Stephanie professes her love to Erica. She wants a do-over, a clean slate.
All right. I mean, listen, she only has like a week left, right?
Yes. Also, I would like to tell you something, and I really feel sad to admit this. I've never seen a Salt Lake in real life, and I've been to Salt Lake City.
Okay. I've never been to Salt Lake City, and I've never seen a Salt Lake, and I thought that was so cool.
I know. I want to go see a Salt Lake. So now they go boomerang throwing. And
my
then
dad
later,
used to love to throw boomerangs, strangely enough. Yeah, my dad had like a hand-carved boomerang that he used to go to the park and throw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they're going to go boomerang throwing. And then, so they already pet kangaroos.
Yes.
And then later they're going to go drink some Fosters.
I mean, listen, it's fun. I know. Australian for beer.
But I mean, it's like, this is so stereotypical. Now they meet my favorite person on this entire series.
Roy
the boomerang carver.
He's an Aborigine.
He is, he looks at them both straight in the face. He has not a smile in his heart, right?
No.
And he looks at them both and he goes, I'm a master carver. And they both laugh at him in his face.
And he's just like, what?
He's like, I'm literally a master carver. So she's like, okay, well, can we throw the boomerangs? And he's like, I mean, you could throw the boomerangs. I'm 77. I can't throw the boomerangs.
I can't believe he's 77 too.
I mean, I believed it. So now Stephanie tells him that they're special friends. And now okay, but you know what though?
What?
This guy does not seem like the person that you're going to come out to as homosexual.
Okay, no, I agree. But I feel like he knew what they were saying, but I don't think I would want to come out to him either.
No way. So Stephanie is wearing the lowest cut ranger outfit. Everyone's in a theme constantly.
Their whole ensemble is costumes.
They're costumes.
Uh-huh.
She has her boobs out in her ranger outfit. The ranger outfit's cut down to her belly button.
And not good. Not a good time.
So she throws the boomerang and Roy looks her in the face with no laughing and goes, "That's terrible."
That's
so they're having fun, and then they kiss, right?
Right.
And she says that they need to come out to their families. So Stephanie is afraid of coming out. And Erica's like,
why
well, I'm
is
ready.
she rushing everything?
Erica or Stephanie?
So Stephanie is rushing everything. She will not rush into the sack with Erica, but she has to rush everything else. Like, well, are you going to move to New York? We have to come out to our families. Like all this
No,
stuff.
but
like,
Erica's the one that wants to come out.
No. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like a lot of this is rushed, but they haven't even been intimate yet.
Of course. So now
Yeah.
Stephanie's afraid of water and boats. So they're going on a boat in the water.
No, it's great. It seems great.
And Erica's in a bathing suit and Stephanie's in regular clothes.
But they're going to go shark cage diving with great white sharks. That was terrifying. And you loved it. You loved it.
I
You're
loved
like,
it. I
I'm
loved
shark
it.
proof. So
I'm shark proof. So they're
bring
going
it on.
snorkeling with the sharks. And Stephanie says, "Can you sanitize my mouthpiece?" Okay, but why is that ridiculous?
I don't think it's ridiculous. I don't have aplastic anemia, and I want my mouthpiece sanitized.
Yes, me too. So they go in the cage and that was cool. I like that.
That
There
was
a
super
great
cool.
white, like,
But every time I watch anybody in a shark cage, I always want to know why it's so largely open in the middle.
is it?
Yeah, always. It always is. In every single shark cage. And it's like, but what if it's a smaller shark? He can get in. Why are you doing
Oh,
that?
you mean how big are because the cages aren't that, it's not a fine mesh strainer.
Yeah, it should be a little mesh-like.
Because I feel like if you could fit through that, then you can't really bite me a lot.
But just if I could sift flour through it, I'll be happy.
You want to be in a shark net more
Yeah.
than.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like there's always one part that's just too large for me.
Okay. Well, we won't put you in that cage.
Okay, good.
Now they're on the boat, and now they're in winter clothes.
And they're hugging. They're doing full on Titanic.
I literally have that written down. They're doing the Titanic hold, okay?
They were doing the Titanic
I'm
hold.
king of the world. Okay,
That's
great.
all I kept thinking too. And I was like, why is nobody making this joke?
So Erica wants her. They take a picture kissing in a shark jaw.
Right.
And Erica's like, "Oh, we should kiss." Or Stephanie said we should kiss. Who said
Stephanie said it.
it? Okay, well, guess what? Erica's like, "Are you going to send that picture to your mom?" What? Is
Right.
that how you're going to come out to your mom? Maybe have a discussion with her. I don't know. Erica has pink jellyfish earrings.
Oh, I know. That's why as soon as I saw that, I'm like, a theme. But here's the thing. I've never seen anybody who's been able to have on lipstick 24/7.
She has on very matte, like her lips must be so dry. She has on the most mattifying,
But
long wear
always
lipstick.
she has never not had on lipstick. I don't ever wear lipstick.
She wears the heaviest makeup though.
Yeah, she does. It's too much. It's like gothy, but not.
Everything that Erica gets is from a gift shop. That's where she shops, at gift shops.
Yeah, I could see that.
So she said that she's going to come out to her parents.
Okay. So cool. I can't wait to see it.
So now let's talk about Jeffrey and Varya.
Okay.
Okay. Not a lot happens with them. They're
No.
leaving Siberia and her family's worried because she's leaving with a drug dealer. Great.
Right. And she's still unsure about him.
Right. So she didn't tell him all the terrible, awful things that her mom said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think her mom said terrible, awful things. I think her mother was just like, yeah, I knew he sucked. Stop. Run away.
Right. So now they go camping with Igor. Now, who is Igor? Who is Igor?
So Igor is his friend that he met in Cancun, but they can only talk through an app, like the Translate app. So how did they make friends?
I don't know, but also I feel like we're reaching at this point.
Okay, Igor, though, seems like my kind of guy. Is he the nicest person ever or what?
I love him. He's so much fun. He does not speak English. Igor likes fishing, hunting, and vodka.
I'd rather date him than Jeffrey any day of the week.
He seems fun. They make a tent, but like they make a real tent. Like this is an army tent.
I know. Well, him and his camouflage, his army tent, they just roast meat. It was great.
They roast meat on a knife and then they eat off the knife.
I'm telling you, Russians are tough.
I see that there's so many bugs. So she's telling Igor about her mom and Igor is like, you may never know someone. He's nice. And then Jeffrey the whole time was off pooping in the woods, by the way.
But wouldn't that be nice though? Like sometimes I think like I wish I had that type of attitude where like I wasn't so anxious and wound up, where I could just be like, fuck it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, hey, who knows? Like imagine what that's like.
The famous last words of every woman who's ever gotten murdered.
I know. That's true.
Okay, let's talk about Lisa and Usman.
Oh God, I'm so tired of these two.
So he's talking to mommy on the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's standing in front of the desk at the hotel, like inside the hotel room.
Right.
They are messes.
Oh, I saw. I know. And I'm thinking like they're leaving tomorrow and this place looks like this.
Jesus. So it's the last day to get the blessing and she will not let this go. Lisa's like, listen, I bought mommy a goat.
Right. I didn't waste my money on this black and white goat cookie for nothing.
This chocolate vanilla goat that's going to be so delicious with some almond milk. No, I did not waste it for that.
Right.
So now we get to mommy's house.
Right.
And there's a ton of goats on her land.
Mm-hmm. So imagine how many proposals there's been.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is he just like scamming women for goats for mommy?
Maybe. I think mommy's set for goat for a long time.
Oh my God. So he says that there is a 1% chance that they will get her blessing.
That's
and
not very
his mother's
good.
like, no, it's not great odds. His mother's scared that he will be a servant. That's all she'll talk about. So now he's like, you know what? I kept saying like, I love this woman and clearly no one's believing me.
Right.
He's like, I need to change my approach. He's like, okay, mommy, how about this one? Okay. You know, I don't love her. She knows I don't love her. Everyone knows I don't love her. I don't love her. Okay. I am going to go to America. I have to marry this thing right here. I have to marry
goat
this
woman.
thing. I have to marry goat lady. I'm going to go to America, land of opportunity. I'm going to get a very good job. She's going to help me get the job. She also does job placement with this marriage.
Along with her having, being a doctor.
Right. She's a doctor that does job placement. I'm going to go to medical school at Lisa's house.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a financial move. I am literally telling you that this is an investment and I'm coming right back.
You know what, though? As soon as he says that, his mom's like, maybe this will work.
And she's like, oh, why didn't you just tell me you needed to get a job and make some money to send to me?
Okay, here's the thing. I know this a lot of this is like custom, but don't you think if you're trying to like win someone over so you can marry their son, you would do a little more trying to woo them?
Or a little bit more trying to cover your hair with your scarf?
I was so irritated. It's like, come on, your hair is out. Stop being an asshole.
And she's like, I don't know why you're not translating these conversations. And he looks at her and is like, because they say terrible things about you. Just
right. Because they say you're
hush.
Geriatric, basically.
Hush up, doc. So this is a quote that he said to his mom. And this is where he goes, she's in love with me and wants us to get married.
Yeah. And I want to go to
his
America.
Mom's like, right. And his mom's like, okay, so I get money and then you come back, right? And he's
right.
like, yes. She's like, okay, I accept it. So now Lisa crawls towards mommy on the floor and kisses her hand.
Gross.
So now Lisa still, though, is not his dream woman. She's too jealous and too controlling.
I mean, maybe you could have discussed this before.
Well, now they're buying fruit on the street, so things are really progressing. And they're getting married in 3 days. And she says, and this is a quote, I'm marrying my best friend.
I don't think that's true.
You're marrying Carol? From Pennsylvania? You're marrying a guy.
You're marrying Soldier Boy.
He still has to propose to her in person. And he explains to her that a house of man, right, that's his tribe, and that's where he comes from, always controls the house. And she's like, no, I'm not a dog. Don't talk like that to me. And he said, if there's 2 kings in the kingdom, there's going to be war.
Right.
And he wants peace. And she's like, well, then maybe you shouldn't marry me if you want peace, which is true.
Right. But here's the thing that bothers me. Like, number one, you know that he has a different way of life than you. Like, you have to respect his culture a bit. But why does she always just look in general condescending in the face? Always.
She's not nice.
No.
So he said that he's worried that he might be unhappy forever.
I mean, he's right. If he marries her, he's going to be unhappy forever. Yes.
Well, if he stays with her.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Not if he marries her. If he
And
stays
then
with
she
her.
gets up and she gives him the finger.
So now let's talk about Yolanda.
Ugh.
Yolanda's with her 2 kids, Cara and Demonte, who
Right.
her kids are fine.
Her kids are totally regular.
She hasn't heard from Williams in a week.
Right.
And a woman friend called Sweet, I don't know what
Sweet.
it is.
I don't know. I called her sweet ass.
Okay, good. Reached out on Instagram and she's like, listen, I talked to Williams. I'm a friend of his. His account was hacked and he is so sorry about everything. And she's like, aha, his account is hacked, just as I thought.
Right. So he has to be real.
So her son Demonte is like, how could she talk to him if you can't?
Yeah. Duh.
And she goes, ooh, I didn't ask her that.
What's
Yeah.
happening? What is happening
one
here?
knows.
Okay.
I don't know. So she's an Instagram model. And
Mm-hmm.
Cara, her daughter Cara, is like, none of this is normal. And Yolanda looks her in the face and goes, I believe him and trust him.
You know, at that point, I'd be like, okay, Mom. Okay, great.
Bye. So I
Bye.
guess you're getting killed.
Good
Who
for
cares?
you. Bye.
So Demonte said everyone in William's circle goes to her because the girl stopped talking to her too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So now they're going to reverse image search his picture. William's
Right.
picture. And these kids are LOLing at this picture.
I know. They're like, this is your type?
And she's like, I think he's a very handsome man. I don't think there's anything wrong with anything he does.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, but can you look at the picture? She's like, I refuse to.
And there's only like 3 pictures of him. They've been talking this whole time. That's like the #1 catfish rule.
Yeah, come on, guys. So she needs to watch an episode of Catfish. I think that a lot of light would be shown on this situation.
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying. All right. Well, guys, this is a very, very, very long episode. And I'm looking for some more action next week.
Yeah, all I need is just a little bit of action. Damn, baby, just a little
Seriously.
bit.
You can follow the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me, your host, Trixie Tuzini, TrixieTuzini on Instagram and Twitter. And you could go to tracycarnazzo.com for all of the projects I'm working on. And you could purchase on my merch tab on my website a 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk magnet. What? Yeah. Noelle, where can we find you?
You can find me at Noe Girl on Twitter or Noe_Bear810 on Instagram.
Awesome, guys. Make sure you're following us. Make sure you're following the show. We absolutely love you. And if you want to talk to us about the show, make sure that you're joining our Facebook group, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk Listeners. We'll see you next week.
Bye.